Welcome to your first flute lesson. The first lesson just concerns the mouthpiece or the flute head joint. There's two parts to this video. The first part, I'll be just giving the basics of how to blow into this thing. And the second part is a little exercise that I made up. The first step to learning to playing the flute is how to make different sounds on the mouthpiece. It's important to remember that we're at an experimental phase in most of these flute playing fundamental videos. You're at an experimenting phase. Every flute player has different lips, so every flute player really must find their own way. So the basics to this, there's a part on your lip where it becomes wet and dry. So where it becomes wet and dry, you're gonna wanna place that, if you look here, right on the edge of this blowhole is what it's called. So should get some kind of sound like that. Try thinking of different shapes. What we call the hole in the lips is the aperture. Try making the aperture in different shapes and seeing just what kind of different sounds come out. To kind of give you some parameters here, if you're blowing too far in, so you're blowing too much air, let's see, into the head joint, it's going to sound something like this. Okay? If you're blowing too much out, so too much air is going over, you're going to get an airy sound. Yeah, so you can see as soon as I push it in. Now the other thing is, if you look closely, my lips are pretty smooth. Some people have a teardrop, they call it, where the lips are like that. Mine aren't like that at all much when I play, maybe very little. You want to be careful of which, not only how far down and up, but also what angle. So blowing at a side angle, you're going to want to find all different kinds of ways, and eventually you're going to find the best. And that's that. Now let's see. Now we're going to move on to my exercise. Actually, not quite yet. One other kind of cool thing you can do without having the rest of the flute put on. Forget how it goes. Okay, and let me let the dog out. Okay, so the next part is the head joint exercise. I made it as cheap as I could. You can buy it in the description for $1.99. Basically, what it's going to go through are the different pitches that you can make with this. Um, so, we have the one we just did. Uh, we have a tone lower. And if you speed up the air, you get a tone higher. Now, for learning all of the music theory, I've recorded almost an entirety. I have an entirety, the first three Rubank books. But let's see, I don't think there are no head joint exercises in them. So I would suggest getting the one I have. Now you're gonna see notes and values. I suggest you study these in a book separately. For right now, all I'm gonna do is play through the exercise. If you have any questions, put them in the comments below. If I get enough comments with questions, maybe I'll make a follow-up video to this one. Otherwise, I'm going to give 4 beats of rest, and then I'm going to start my own exercise just as a demonstration for you all. Once again, you can buy it in the description below. Okay, so that's the exercise. It's quite long, but I tried to make it so you could really exercise pretty much everything. Breathe wherever you need to. You can speed up the metronome. That was it at 80, which is what I marked it at. That's what I would suggest practicing it at. Yeah, so breathe wherever you want and break it into smaller sections because it's a big long exercise, and break it down, just note between note even sometimes is enough, or the whole measure, the whole bar. Let's see, anything else about this? I don't think so. And yeah, so once again, leave comments with your questions, and thanks for watching.